Hey, my name is Amrita Shah, and today from Pixel Labs we are going to look at how different enterprises are reacting differently to this COVID-19 situation. Now it goes without saying that due to the pandemic situation, not only us the people have been affected, but also the business corporations around the world has been affected as well. Salesforce has always been able to provide CRM services successfully to those who need it. And now, obviously, due to the COVID-19 situation, Salesforce is looking at so many new and interesting challenges. And so are the enterprises and customers who use it. So we are going to take a look at two departments, namely finance and healthcare, to see how they are reacting to this situation. Let's go. And number one. Finance. Since coronavirus caused a major economic fall, everybody wanted to make sure that they don't lose their livelihood. So everybody started applying for the PPP, Payment Protection Program. Therefore, what does TFC Bank do when there's a great influx as this of people trying to apply for their PPP? Now, what they did was come up with an intake form, which they got through the help of communities, and then the information that they gathered, they fed it to Salesforce, and the final product was then uploaded to SBA, Small Business Administration. Therefore, TFC has successfully been able to solve the queries of approximately 18,000 people. Now, when it comes to small business financing, there are many people who are dependent on it. And due to forced closures, that area has taken a major hit. So what did Financial Pacific Leasing do? What it did, it came up with a customer portal in association with partner community, which will now help the people who are involved in small scale businesses to interact with them carefully, and also help Financial Pacific Leasing to address their problems one by one, which would not have been possible with their previous framework. What BBVA is trying to do is providing solutions for people who are returning to office for working. Now, obviously, BBVA is trying this at places which allow them to. And in cases where people cannot yet return to their office, BBVA is trying their best to provide them the resources to continue their services. And where people are starting to return to their offices, BBVA is making sure it is done with each and every safety protocol possible. Before the pandemic, John Hancock has been handling 4 million calls annually with the help of on-premise call infrastructure. But now, with employees at their homes, it is quite impossible to handle such a huge volume of on-demand calls. Therefore, what John Hancock did was turn to Salesforce, specifically Salesforce Cloud Contact Center with Amazon Connect integration. Now John Hancock can even handle more volume of on-call services, as well as make sure that their employees are safe at their homes. Now let's look at how corporations in the healthcare department are reacting to this situation. Number one. When it comes to food supply, before the pandemic situation, it was quite easy for everybody to just order. But now, citizens, especially the homebound seniors, are struggling quite a bit to get their food available for them. Therefore, what St. Francis Healthcare System did, with association with their Salesforce accounting team as well as Pacific Point, was that integrate and cooperate with the local restaurants and make sure specific meals are delivered to the seniors at their home. Now, when it comes to employees that are vulnerable to COVID-19, Community Vision is doing a great amount of work in this field. And how so? By partnering with Field Service Lightning, it is making sure that each of its employees are taking their medications when they are required to, as well as the medical prompts and the medical checks through video chats have been able to reduce the feelings of loneliness of the employees. The information regarding their medicinal intake is then sent to the organizations as well as their families. A huge challenge you will face when you are having COVID-19 tests daily, and the number being as high as 3,000, is to make sure you have the right government officials as well as healthcare organizations at your fingertip. In this field, Bako is doing an excellent work by using Salesforce care products by messaging which is educational as well as directed towards the target audience. Due to this targeting, Bako has been able to gather specific government officials and healthcare organizations to make sure that they are involved in the process. Now, these were a few examples of how different customers of Salesforce are reacting to the COVID-19 situation. In order to stay updated with different topics related to Salesforce business consultancy and mobile app development, go to www.pixellabs.com and check out our other blogs. And make sure you like, share and subscribe this video to our channel, and thank you for watching.